about my glasses earlier. I'm not trying to be cool, I promise. I'm dealing with migraines and it's really bright in here. So my name is Felicia Jordan Jones. I have to say that because my husband would be really mad if I don't say his name. But I'm keeping my name. So born and raised in Dallas, Texas, I am a Booker T. Washington High School for Performing and Visual Arts graduate, and they have hammered foundational art into me. I am a graduate of UNT, both undergrad and graduate. I have my undergrad in sculpture and my graduate degree in metalsmithing. And I am a interdisciplinary artist with an emphasis right now in fibers, but my day job is as a silversmith, so I still do metalsmithing and stuff, but I tend to pride myself on working with whatever material I need to get the job across. So I've worked in clay and glass and fibers, so it's whatever I need to get done. So my current works right now are heavy in the quilting, and I just taught myself embroidery. So I'm sticking with those traditional feminine techniques while also simultaneously exploring the notion of the African American experience in America while trying to expand on the community aspect. So I reach out to people, have them write and tell me their stories, and I bring that aspect into my work while translating their handwriting into programming so that the quilting aspect of my work is their handwriting. So if you look at some of my quilts, there is legible writing, so I want people to sit there and read through these things so that you feel a connection to the person that these stories are about. For my future adventures, I am in grad school. I played with the notion of creating garments. I taught myself how to sew and do patterning, and I was creating pieces to emphasize I call them empathy pieces. So they're pieces that you can wear that are meant to translate the emotions that the piece was about into the person wearing it. So for example, the corset, which is actually in the studio that you see up here, was based on my mom and her cancer and her explaining how she was going through certain pain. So I created a garment that would replicate her pain onto the person that's wearing it. What I have discovered recently that has kind of shifted my focus from the community aspect is within the last week, I have been diagnosed with a high probability of thyroid cancer. So that has kind of shifted my focus from outwardly and exploring that to more inwardly. So I'm going back to more medical research journals, and I'm starting with myself. So if you don't see me around the studio, I'm in and out of the doctor's office. And now I'm trying to explore the notion of fashion and more clothing because I am now dealing with the body. So it's about exploring the idea of creating more pieces that would then replicate all of these things. So currently I am making and exploring notions of collars and necklaces that will put pressure on the neck and leave impressions, and also just exploring more things of how underrepresented the Black community is in medicine, and just how that racist-based, how racism plays a note into more medical things. So Black women have a higher chance of developing thyroid cancer due to my research. Just even the research about my mom, there's a 93% chance of curing cervical cancer, which was the cancer that she developed, but obviously hers was not cured. So I have to explore into that and just the notion of why there's so much mistreatment and misdiagnoses and undertreatment of Black community in medicine. So that's kind of where my work is going in the future. And I will be doing that again through historical research and dealing with the Black community. So everyone has seen Black women in front of churches and those very famous church hats, and exploring more of that, and just Black fashion and using those garments as a way to leave impressions and explore pressures along the body. So I started wanting to do one thing, and it's kind of shifted due to personal reasons for another. So that's kind of where I'm thinking I'm going right now. That's it.
Are you working with like historical patterns for your garments, or are you free? Sorry, I'm just curious. Are you doing like free drafting?
For the one that I did, I just found a pattern and modified it. But I would love to work with historical patterning because I feel like a lot of the notions of those garments will fit perfectly with what I want to do. So we're going to be best friends. Thank you.
I started doing like self-portraits.
So, and the things that are those little ghosts or those blobs, and
toe in the art world, kind of outlined in the red, and I started
do 3D comparison.
Do 3D things so you feel a connection to the person.
Like I said, I came from Michelangelo when I was a little kid. And I'm gonna read like what I wrote here, as a lot of my colleagues are. All right, well, here's it.
So my goal for Cedars Union, not respond, but you can follow me if you want.
So here's a little bit about what I've published in the past.
we were talking about this the other time. Yeah, I would love to.
It looks much smoother on my screen.